Hey y'all, today, day 2 of my Georgia trip. We are at Amicalola Falls up in northern Georgia. And I'll tell you, I went to the top already. This is me on my way down. That view was gorgeous. Your boy's not from anywhere with anything more than a 5-foot mountain. From Florida, South Florida at that. So I'm not very used to the whole mountain or waterfall thing. So it was very, very beautiful. It was awesome to see. I think I sat up there for about 30 minutes eating Uncrustables and just sitting on the bench. It was great. It was awesome. So I had a very good time. And I'm on my way back down now. Now that I already went to the top, that journey up was ridiculous. I'll tell you that. That thing was, honestly, I don't know distances off of just walking them, but it was far. And also, it's really high up. You start at the base of the waterfall and you walk all the way up. And so I walked from, I don't know, the start to the end. Very descriptive, I know. It was probably about 400 steps to get all the way to the top. And I'm pretty fit. Like I go on walks a lot, I go to the gym. And yet, that was hard for me. It was very difficult. I made it. I'm happy. I'm very happy. But that was definitely a good challenge. But it felt very good. You finish walking up all that, you're exhausted. And then you lean on the railing and you see the beautiful view, which you can get a glimpse of just like that. Oh, it's so nice. Maybe I'll put some pictures up on the screen of what it was like. It was awesome, though. And so I'm very glad I came here. I had to wake up early to get here. This is like an hour and a half north of Atlanta. And I'm staying in Columbus, which is south of Atlanta. So about an hour and a half to get to Atlanta, another hour and a half. Well, shoot, about 30 minutes to get through Atlanta, because holy cow, that traffic. And then another hour and a half up. So it took about 3 hours to get all the way up here. Worth it, very worth it. I got up at like 7, slept in till 8, and then finally got out of there at 9. So I got here around 12, and it's only about, oh, that's pretty. It's only about 2:33 right now, so I'm actually making great time. I plan to do this all day, so the fact I'm getting out a little early maybe means I can maybe find another trail, find like a spot in Atlanta to go to. I got a lot of options now, so I'm pretty psyched about that. But I also wanted to record this, so I'm going on this loop, Mount Laurel. I don't remember the name of it. I don't know if you noticed, I don't know my names. I don't know names for shit. And it's the same with people. I don't remember my names of people. But I don't know the name of it. But it's a little loop. It's like a mile-long loop. And I figured, you know what? No one's going to be going on that loop because everyone wants to go to the top of the falls. And this is very far away from the falls. So I'll go on that and I'll get this going. So here we are. I'll tell you what, yesterday was a little interesting. So I made this trip because I needed to get out, right? I needed to get out of Tallahassee, wanted to do something different in the nature. And I'm doing that. I'm doing it and having a great time. But then I realized that after all that, like my day has to wind down eventually. And so I got to the Airbnb I'm staying at, and it's cool. And it was like 6, and I'm like, all right, well, let me shower and I'll relax for a minute because I just hiked 2 different hike trails. I went to the Providence Canyons, which were beautiful. I'll probably end up going again, and I'll record one of these because I barely got to any of it. So I'll probably end up going a second time on my way down. But I did all those trails. I get there and I'm gonna relax. Oh shit, and shower. So I do that, and it's about like 7:30 now, and I'm like, all right, I'm a little hungry. Gotta eat before I call it a night. And everything's closed or about to close, and I'm not going to be that guy. Or everything's expensive as hell. As it turns out, being in downtown Columbus has some pretty hefty prices. I didn't know that Columbus got down like that, but they do. So I ended up going to Taco Bell, getting a Crunchwrap Supreme, and I was in the call of the night, and then I saw a little froyo spot. I don't normally like froyo. I never care to get froyo, but it was like 67 cents an ounce, and I was like, nah, fuck it, I'll just get a little bit. It only took $6. Got myself a little dessert, it filled me up. Well, let's touch the mic. So that was very good. That was a very good night. I was a little worried. I was honestly getting a little lonely because I'm like, damn, I'm just in the middle of Georgia in someone else's house. I ain't got nothing to do. But I figured it out. I filled my time. I got home, and I remember mentioning yesterday that I wanted to do more plant stuff. And so I was like trying to wind myself down for bed. I went on Facebook Marketplace, and I'm just looking for like any shelves, any planters, anything like that that's like dirt cheap. And I found a few. I have to see if I can go get them. Like now that I'm passing through Atlanta, there's a whole bunch of shit in Atlanta. So we'll see. But I did that, wound down the night, and went to bed. So I'm a little happy. I wasn't like terribly depressed on my way to bed, which I was a little worried about. I got a spider web. But I got up early today and I drove for 3 hours. Ugh. But I made it work. It wasn't as bad as I thought. It honestly went by like this. I'm pretty happy with that. And then once I got here, I was like, all right, let's make some, squirrel. Let's make some shit happen. And I made it happen. It was very nice. So I think day 2 of this trip has been a good day so far. And the best part is it's not even over. I have a lot more I can do. And I'm hoping to get a really nice dinner tonight. So I told myself I want to get like one fancy dinner. So I brought like a nice polo. I got these pants on, which you can't really see, but they're kind of nice pants. I don't care that I'm wearing them out here. Whatever, they'll figure it out. So I want to try to do like a little fancy dinner for myself. Maybe a little steak, you know what I'm saying? We'll see. We'll see. It's a little weird. I like going to restaurants alone. I love going to Cracker Barrel alone. That's like my favorite. But I always still feel weird doing it, especially if I were to go to like a steak place, you know, like a steak restaurant. So that's just like, dang, you really, I don't know, it looks sad. Like it's great. I love doing it, but it also looks really sad. And so part of me is like, don't do it. But then the rest of me is like, why the fuck do I care? If I'm enjoying it, then who cares what I'm doing? You know what I mean? So I'll probably end up doing it anyways. That's something else I've learned. I remember, again, yesterday talking about like small things to do that help keep me positive, keep me energized, and keep me going. One of those include going to restaurants alone. You get good food, you ain't gotta cook nothing. You just get to enjoy the ambiance, and you're all by yourself. And the best part about that is you ain't gotta be talking to nobody else. Don't get me wrong, I love going to restaurants with friends, don't get me wrong. But you could go and you could just go on your phone and like watch YouTube while you eat at a restaurant. You know, like the same shit you do at home, but you do in a restaurant, which I think is a win-win. So you get the comfort of home, but also the delicious food of a restaurant. So I'm a big fan of going out alone. This hike has been testing me, man. I mean, look, we're in the mountains. By the way, check out this view. All right, this isn't really spectacular, but it's really nice to me. I'm very zen today. I thought I had a lot more to talk about, but honestly, I'm pretty at peace. I feel very good today. I'm sending pictures of my family, and they're like, "Oh, good job, proud of you." That's nice. This is my first ever solo trip, and honestly, I'm a big fan. This has been a great time so far, and I think I'll end up doing more of this in the future. I see 2 paths. I'm gonna take this one because it looks like it's not the real path. And I want to go over here. Why not? I was just saying, yeah, no, the solo trip's been a lot of fun. And I think the big thing is just traveling. Just traveling in general is a lot of fun. I've never really been through like the rural South before. And I drove right through it, through some of Georgia and even some of Alabama. It was very eye-opening and very interesting. Like that, this is so different than how we live day to day in America. At least me. I say we, but mostly just me. Especially as a college student and from a family that's pretty well off. And it's very different. But it's also so interesting and oddly beautiful also. Those rural areas are so pretty. Like they have nothing there. There's something real nice about that. I don't know where the hell I'm walking right now. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, this ain't marked. There's just like a path in the ground. I'm just kind of following it. I wonder if that's the way. No. I think I'm gonna turn around and go back the right way. That sounds like a good time. That's where I started. Oh, where is it? Oh, over there. That's where I started off. I was hiking in the Providence Canyon State Park, which I mentioned earlier. It was beautiful, absolutely gorgeous. Never seen canyons in my life. So like I said, I'm gonna go there again. But I saw this guy with a red Trump hat, and I'm just like, brother, yeah, I keep that on in this park. You know, Trump hates these national parks. And he never said that. He may have, honestly. I wouldn't put it past him. But this guy rocking the Trump hat in a national park, like he's not actively selling off national parks to like oil companies and shit like that. Like, all right, dog, trader much? It's crazy. I forget that most people do not share my politics. Mostly because like everyone I'm around in school, I'm not friends with a lot of Republicans because they're shitty people for the most part. So I don't have a lot of my friend group. I have some liberals, but a lot of leftists. So a lot of my friends agree with me politically, or we agree with like morally in our values, and then we just so happen to agree politically because, of course, you do. You believe in your values. That's how I see it. I do think more people should be getting on these trails. This is so gorgeous. I think a lot of people will find out how awesome the world is if they just travel more. I know that's a privilege. Not everyone can, right? It's money, time, you have responsibilities at home, so I'm quite privileged to have this opportunity, but I think everyone should try their best. This is awesome. Man, I really don't have much to say today. I might just might wrap it up early. I'm just having a good time. I started taking out my music. I used to listen to music or podcasts on these trails, but yesterday I tried not doing it. And it was just different. It was a good vibe. It was a different vibe, but it was a very good vibe. That's when I recorded the last one, and I really enjoyed it. And I want to do that again. Well, I'm doing it again. Check that out. So I'd say it's worth it. Because now I can just focus on like what's around the nature, and I don't have that in my head, you know, or the music in my ears. Don't get me wrong, I love it, but it's a little distracting, you know. You don't pay attention to nature as much. Also, holy roadblock. I'll get through it, but holy cow. That's a big ass tree that fell down. That's a big ass tree. I don't think it really comes through on camera, but yeah, check that. All right, let's get through it. That was a bee. Hey, bee. Oh. You think that's why that trail's cut off? Yeah. Looks like I'm coming to the end of this one. So you know what? I'll cut this one short. And then if I come up with anything on the road or wherever I go next, I'll keep it moving. All right, everyone. Peace out.